Hi everybody, welcome to the last and final installment of Tarot Every Which Way Food. We've had a lot of fun doing these from 0 to 21. I'm so excited that I could bring this to you, some of my special recipes that I associate with the tarot to help you sort of better understand the cards, better explore the cards, better sort of have a full internal experience of what it is you're seeing just on these cards in front of you. So obviously, since this is the last one, today we're going to be talking about the world or the universe. And in a lot of ways, these cards, here's two of my favorite decks that you can see. This is the Tarot of the Burrows by Courtney Weber and George Courtney that I'm featured in as the High Priestess card, but this is the World card. This is one of my favorite cards from this deck. I think the World is my favorite card in just about every deck because it really encompasses everything. You know, when I was writing the notes for this, I was like, everything is everything, like the Lauryn Hill song. So this really is what this card means, and it really encompasses all the beauty and joy and success and totality of what it is you've been working on or the problem that you're dealing with. This is from the Thoth deck by Crowley. This is again one of my favorite cards. I just love the colors and how she's just seen dancing through the stars. So the recipe we're going to talk about today, you know, everything is everything. What else would I make? I'm going to make my love nuts, which is one of my favorite recipes at holiday time. I can't show you because I'm recording on my phone, but a couple of people got these from me as Yule gifts this year, and some of the messages I got in return were, my pa can't stop eating your nuts, and these are amazing. They're addictive. So yes, these nuts really are amazing and addictive. Depending on what your food restrictions are, you can make them gluten-free, you can make them paleo, depending on just, you know, switching up some of the ingredients slightly. They're very simple to make, but you do need a lot of stuff, like the world. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So we're going to talk about some of the things that go into it. I've gotten this ready. What we're going to mix together is some honey. Obviously, my Oshun self couldn't make a decent recipe without honey. So there's some honey in here. There's some, I like to use cocoa aminos or liquid aminos. If you still do soy, you can use soy sauce. So you're adding about maybe 2 tablespoons of honey, a tablespoon of soy sauce, a tablespoon of liquid smoke. This one has hickory flavor in it, which I think adds an extra little teeny bit of spice. What else is in here? Butter. I just love butter. So there's about maybe a tablespoon of butter in here, and you're gonna melt this down all together, warm it up in the microwave, or if you don't do microwaves, you could warm it up in a double boiler, or just sort of put this in a hot pan of water, and that'll sort of get everything all together in liquid, because you don't want your honey to get solidified, because then it's not gonna go on the nuts properly. So to this, we're gonna add some cinnamon. You can use more if you really love cinnamon. We're going to add some. Cinnamon is really good for healing. It's good for love magics. It's good for passion. It's good for, oh, look at this. I didn't even open this parsley yet. The virgin parsley. Parsley is also really good for healing. Parsley is good for protection. You'll notice in a lot of these recipes, I always use things that are sort of helpful for protection, because I think any kind of magic you're doing, protection is helpful, because protection will allow your magic to remain separate from some of the outside forces that might be around you. So we're going to add some parsley. You add about somewhere between a teaspoon and a quarter of a teaspoon, or just a couple of dashes of cinnamon if you're not too fond of cinnamon. I like to use about a lot of garlic powder. I like garlic powder, keeps the vampires away. What else do we have in here? We have some onion powder. I like to add a lot of this too, because that's also very good for protection work and stuff like that, and it makes it tasty, tasty, tasty. The other things that we're going to add is basil. So we've got some basil here. I'm going to put that in there. I wouldn't use fresh for this, because you're going to be mixing these together and putting it on the nuts. So you don't really want anything that's still alive or might get funky, because after you do this, you can store these nuts for a while. So that's why they make a great gift. You're going to add some pepper. This is a 4-pepper blend, white pepper, black pepper, green pepper, and pink pepper. And then this is, again, one of my favorite things to use. Oh, this one's not open. See, I told you I've been making a lot of this. This one's not open because I used up all the other ones. This is smoky paprika, which again is just paprika with some liquid smoke added. So it just gives it a little bit extra smoky flavor. So you're going to add all of that together to your honey mixture. You're going to mix it up. And then you can add whatever nuts you like. You know, if you're somebody who doesn't do peanuts, you don't have to add peanuts. If you're somebody who likes peanuts, by all means, add peanuts. I am particularly partial to cashews, so I have the big thing of cashews. We're going to be adding some cashews here today. And what you just want to do is toss this around so that these nuts get coated. You've got to mix it up really well. And again, I'm thinking about, you know, one of the reasons I chose this recipe, in addition to the fact that you put almost everything that I emptied my spice cabinet coming out here to make this for you, but in addition to that, it really does have a little bit of everything, and it just turns out wonderful. And that's the message that you get from the universe or the world card, that there's a little bit of everything, and what you have is a final result that is just beautiful and amazing. It's not, you know, people talk about tarot being a wheel and going through these things, and when you get to the universe or the world card, it really is the completion of all those matters. You know, a lot of people liken it to a reincarnation, so it's like the end of one thing, but a new and much better beginning, a higher self is revealed when we look at the world card or the universe card. So what you're trying to do is get them all coated. Can you see that pretty good? All right, and then you're going to spread it out on some parchment paper. I have some parchment paper here. And just do this until you finish up all your nuts. The recipe that I gave you is usually good for coating probably about a pound of nuts. So you can add a pound of nuts to that. Just keep mixing it up. If you want to add a little bit of extra smoky paprika or a little bit of extra onion powder to the top of it, that's fine. And then you're going to put it in an oven at 250 degrees for about 20 to 30 minutes. You want to stir it periodically just so the nuts don't get all stuck together and clumpy, because then you'll be trying to shove a big clumpy thing in your mouth. So that's what we have here. Thank you so much for watching. If you missed any of these, I'm going to show you this. If you missed any of these, you can catch them on my YouTube channel, Lilith Dorsey. You can go back and look at my Lilith Dorsey author page and catch them there as well. Please remember to like the channel, subscribe, share them, do whatever you can. Make fun of me when you're drinking. It's New Year's Eve. Everybody's having a party tonight. So I just want to thank again everybody for watching, and you know, maybe we'll do another one of these sometime. Take care.